And for our mindfulness meditation, as always, let me invite you just to be still. Let your physical body just find a nice, comfortable position and let it find its own stillness, its own physical stillness. Let your eyes close and your mind remain awake. And let your body breathe all by itself, finding its own breath speed and rhythm. In and out through your nose, with your lips together, breathing in and out from your stomach area. As you relax, as you rest, your relaxation instinct taking over the full functioning of your body now. As you drop into a really comfortable, quiet, emotionally peaceful and physically relaxed state of being. Notice how it's getting stronger and deeper as you feel more and more relaxed with each breath, each passing moment, each second. As all three aspects of yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body, all relax together because of your stillness, your breath, and your wakeful eye closure. The intention for this meditation is to explore your personal toolbox of emotional management skills. So as you sit relaxing, let me invite you to remember back to times when you have used and successfully used, and maybe even unsuccessfully used at times, various techniques and skills to establish a comfortable feeling, a comfortable state of being for yourself. Probably you will be using these tools quite naturally and instinctively during times of difficulty of some form. Let me offer you a question. When you're not feeling okay, when you're not feeling good, either physically or emotionally or both, what do you do? What techniques or tools do you use to return yourself, return your emotions, and return your body back to feeling comfortable, feeling well, feeling good? The chances are you will have some favorite tools that you rely on and have great faith in because you've used them many times and they always work. Sometimes more than others, sometimes to greater extents than at other times, but they always work. You already have a toolbox, a personal toolbox of a myriad of skills that you use, ranging from asking others for help to sitting quietly alone, maybe in the dark, maybe silently, maybe in meditation or just sitting perhaps in contemplation. Allow the question itself. What tools do you use when you need to uplift yourself? Allow that question just to be present inside you and let the answer come. Notice what you see with your mind's eye when you think about tools, your personal toolbox, the tools themselves, the techniques. What comes to mind straight away? The chances are your most important tool will come to mind straight away. It'll be the first one that you think of, the first one that comes to you, the first one that comes to mind. You'll be reminding yourself of these tools either through images and pictures in your mind's eye, or maybe you're in a voice describing them in words, possibly both. Your other three inner senses may also be involved: taste, smell, and touch. Let me offer you another question. Out of the tools that have just come to mind for you, which one is your favorite? Which one do you have the most faith in? Which one do you go to the most often? I'd like to share with you my top 10. My personal top 10 favorite tools, in no particular order, although I'll try my best to describe my most favorite first, although it does change from time to time and given the circumstances as well. Of course, meditation itself is my favorite tool. Formal meditation, sitting in the three core skills: stillness, breath, and wakeful eye closure. In no particular physical position. Could be on the sofa, it could be lying on the bed, sitting in an armchair. It's just being still. Eyes closed, mind awake. Letting my body breathe. And just being present, feeling my body, as we do in formal meditation. Sometimes with music playing, sometimes not. Sometimes with Om chant playing, sometimes not. That would be my most important tool. My next would be reading. Usually reading from a computer screen these days, although it used to be books. The act of reading, especially when illustrated with pictures and diagrams, I find deeply relaxing, and my mind is able to focus very easily and enjoyably on not only the act of reading itself, but the material that I'm reading as well. My third tool would be listening and observing. So watching a video or a film. This particular skill is very specific for me because the subject matter is extremely important. For video and listening, the subject matter has to be something of my very specific interest. Otherwise, that tool probably won't work. My fourth tool would be cooking. Especially experimental cooking, where I'm adapting a recipe or maybe even making a recipe from scratch, from my own creative impulse. My fifth tool would be spending time with others. Again, with very specific activities, such as walking in nature, especially with the dog, connection with animals. For those of us that like to connect with animals, can be deeply satisfying and create lots of emotions of love and caring. Another tool that I use a lot is exercise, moving my body. And again, there are very specific ways in which I move my body in order to experience a specific shift, to make it a tool rather than just an activity. For me, my activities, my toolbox activities, are gardening, yoga, weight-bearing exercise like press-ups and sit-ups and weightlifting. This, at certain times in my life, has been a very often used tool and has often sat at the top of my list, usually number 2 or 3. I have other tools. However, I'd like to give you some time now, before we finish our meditation in a few minutes' time, to use your mind's eye and your inner voice to explore tools that you have used in the past, and also maybe tools that you would like to bring into your life, maybe tools you've never used before. Let me offer you a question. How would you describe your relationship with your inner voice? Is your inner voice something that you listen to all of the time? Just occasionally? Whenever you need to or want to? Or perhaps never? The words you say with your inner voice are probably, arguably, the most powerful personal tool that exists. When you speak to yourself with your inner voice, you can say anything at all. Literally, you can string together any words that exist. You can even make your own words up and form them into a sentence, and then speak them with your inner voice. you are completely free to say anything at all with your inner voice. Your spirit, first of all, creates thought, silent thought, in your mind, in your brain, and then you convert that into voice, spoken inner voice, so that you can hear it, so that the cells of your body can hear your inner voice speaking. As you speak to yourself, as you inform yourself with your inner voice, you are informing your emotions, you're informing your cellular structure, you're informing your physical health, and you're informing your happiness. Being able to speak to yourself deliberately and consciously with your inner voice, using affirmation or positive thought, neutral thought, is probably the most versatile personal tool that you can use absolutely any time, any place, anywhere to uplift your emotion and to bring your body into a physical state of well-being. You can use your inner voice all day long, every second of every minute of every hour of every day if you wish, consciously and deliberately, thinking consciously, thinking deliberately. And you know that you are doing this because you can hear your inner voice speaking with your mind's ear, your inner ear. And this, as I would describe it, is the essence, the pure core essence of being mindful. You are filling your mind with thought of your conscious choice. You are being mindful. You can even fill your mind with silence if you wish. And also, in this case, you are being mindful. The cells of your body listen to your inner voice. They obey its commands and its instruction. So perhaps, if you agree, your inner voice is the most important tool that you will ever have for creating health and happiness in your body. And as we arrive very gently at the end of our meditation, let me invite you to notice the light coming in through your eyelids, the feeling of your body weight resting, relaxed, comfortable, happy and well. And when you're ready, simply open your eyes and notice how good you feel.